EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
This is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. from the 2. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. Gets around him. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Jackson. And he finds the tight end, Reed. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down, 49ers.
And Jackson throwing once more. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked. And
that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1.
7.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Here's Haskins to throw. Open man, Butler complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taysom Hill scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in.
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, 49ers 7. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And a 49er 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That'll be caught right side by Reed.
Jackson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Francisco.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Jackson, and now he's going to use his legs. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And the Niners are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. They'll run here with Mack. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Second down and goal. Jackson flushed out right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
On second down, it's Lindsey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 of his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Step, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to drop in for a loss on the play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 3rd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
and his kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll start with the option. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Coleman. 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Open man is Galladay, complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try and run for him with Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Jackson. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Jamie Gillen down as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. And now off to the races down the right side. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Lindsey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
38-yard line.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. From the gun, Haskins. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
10 at the 40-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Haskins will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, Fooled him with the inside run.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
It was covered by Steven Nelson.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And this is back down to a 7-point game. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Marlon Mack. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier. Maurice Hurst on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
3rd and 2, here's Jackson. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game. Understanding positioning and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Throwing is Jackson. And open, it's Moss, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
San Francisco.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Mack. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. The try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Is good. Makes the score Niners 31, Cardinals 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Cardinals. Terry McLaurin. 75 yards. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
I
don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
They really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Forced out to his left. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And that goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
The 37-yard line.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
48-yard line.
Check right. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 2 left. Shift.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but Probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, team. Big series.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Josh Allen on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Tonight's final score.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the 49ers, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a